Okay, let's have a look at the sum of infinite sequence. Let's take a look at this formula again. Sn is equal to a times by 1 take away r to the power n all over 1 take r. Okay, and remember with this formula, r has to be between 1 and negative 1. Okay, so if I want a sequence that continues on forever, infinitely, the number of terms would be an infinite number of terms. And so we have a times by 1 take away r to an infinite power, all divided by 1 take away r. Now, remember that if r is between negative 1 and 1, then it would have to be some sort of a fraction. I'm just going to choose 1/2 for now for the purposes of this example. And if n is infinity, then r to the power n is going to be r to the power infinity, which starts to look like this. And so 1 to the power infinity is just going to turn out to be 1. And then we have 2 to the power infinity, which is going to be a really, really, really large number. Okay, so I'll just write infinity there to represent an extremely large number that keeps on going on forever. And 1 divided by that is going to be a number close to 0. It could be 0.0 something, but because this number is infinity and keeps on going, all these zeros keep on going as well. Now, if I were to round this to 10 decimal places, or 8 decimal places, or 1 decimal place, we get 0. Okay. So basically, substituting this r to the power infinity in here, we get a times by 1 take away 0 all over 1 take away r, which is a over 1 take r. And that's still under the constriction that r is between negative 1 and 1. But we have a really nice tidy formula here that we can use, and it's actually easier to use this one than the previous formulas. Okay, so let's put this into practice. Let's say I've got a starting term of 16, and let's say r is 1/2. Then that second term is going to be 8, my third term is going to be 4, my next term is going to be 2, etc. Okay, using this formula, we have s to infinity is equal to a over 1 take r. A is 16, r is 1/2, and so we get 16 over 1/2, which is 32. And so what that means is, let's put this into a context. Let's say I'm talking about a distance in terms of meters. Let's say I'm pacing out 16 meters. I've paced out 16 meters, then I pace out another 8 meters, then I pace out another 4 meters, then I pace out another 2, then 1, then half. This formula is saying that I won't ever go past 32 meters. In fact, I'll approach 32 meters, I might get to 32 meters, and then that's it. I'll never break 32 meters. Interesting. Good luck with your questions.